Talk to us about when Tropical Storm Nate is expected to become a hurricane and what kind of intensity we're talking about here.
Of course. So Tropical Storm Nate is heading up into the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
It's expected to strengthen just a little bit thanks to those really warm sea surface temperatures. But because of some upper level winds, it really won't be getting to be as strong as what we saw with Hurricane Harvey or Katrina.
In terms of energy assets that are in the way, which is of course always something that markets are watching, what do we know about what's in the path?
A lot of offshore oil assets as well as refineries well within the path. And that's exactly what we've been analyzing at Bloomberg New Energy Finance. Just over 1 million barrels per day, we think, at risk here with Tropical Storm Nate. That's what we're looking at.
And I've got the Bloomberg here. This is HURR Go, and you can see this is the projected path of Nate, the purple splotch right here, or cone, I should say. And of course, we've highlighted the dots or the different refineries. Some are operational in green, some have planned maintenance in yellow, and the unplanned incidents are in red. And of course, they're right around Louisiana. We can also look at the oil and gas rigs that would be affected here. And you can really see they're right there along the Gulf coastline. And so let's just zoom in on that so you can see that a little more clearly.
You were talking about potential localized rain, though, and if we're talking about the risk of storm surges, even if they're only I say 5 to 7 feet, I mean, there's a risk there of significant flooding damage in particular, surely.
For sure. A 5 to 7 foot storm surge can still do quite a bit of damage in terms of coastal flooding. And then, I mean, rain, even 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, up to a foot of rain, maybe even in small localized areas, that can do quite a bit of damage.
And there's crops there as well. I mean, we've already seen the citrus damage in Florida, of course, as well as a result of hurricanes there.
Right.
The risk here is also, I guess, similar.
So here the risk is more with cotton crops in both Alabama and Georgia, two big cotton growing states here in the United States. And, you know, we're looking at impacts there for sure.
One thing that Brian Sullivan of Bloomberg News was telling us is that Nate is said to be a fast-moving system. That actually is good, right, in this case, because if it were a slow-moving system, the damage might be worse and it could really pick up more strength.
It certainly is a good thing here because a quicker moving storm will mean, you know, less overall rain for the areas that the storm passes over, yes.
Beyond Nate, how much longer is the season going to go, and is there anything else that we should be watching out for at this point?
The season's certainly proven to be active, and we're probably, you know, we can't rule out the possibility of a few more tropical storms this year. There's no doubt about that. The pattern right now that we're seeing in the tropics, the setup of the atmosphere, as well as these warm sea surface temperatures, it would not be outside the realm of possibility.
Now, hurricane season ends around November, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Is there any indication it'll go past November, given how warm the water's been, excuse me?
Well, a tropical storm in December is definitely pretty rare. Not that we haven't seen it in the past. You know, historically, we've had hurricanes and tropical cyclones in December, but they're very uncommon. So this year, nothing's impossible, but it's quite unlikely.